While I was recording this video, maybe have a little glimpse of that. Maybe my expression on my face doesn't feel right. Yes, I'll be truth to you. I didn't put my whole effort, I didn't put my 100% on making this video. Maybe you can say it's my excuses. I've not ignored my lizard brain, but recently, few weeks, I've done a lot of unnecessary things to complete at school. The tuition, a few days back after I finished my competition, we lost. It sucked, but I have to suck it up and learn from my experience how to be a better player. And after that tired experience, I have to went straight back to monk mode. Start creating content, uploading content for you every single day, and starting my self improvement over and over again, every single day on a daily basis. And it's slowly eating up my mental capacity, which I'm gonna talk about the key point of today's video. Your future depends on this. Whether you're gonna die poor or die rich. Whether you're gonna have the physique that you always wanted 20 years after that. Just imagine yourself after 20 years, 30 years, how your physique will look like. Is it gonna be fat or is it gonna be lean? Muscular, attractive type one. Which is one gonna be? All of those depends on two factors we're gonna mention about in today's video. So without wasting your time, the biggest two factors that can determine your future is your mental capacity and your stress tolerance. So let's break it down one by one. We're going to talk about mental capacity. It's something that rarely talks about in the self-improvement space. But as you all know, if you're a fan of self-improvement, of course you watch Hamza. So he already covers some of the mental capacity, which I'm going to elaborate in this video. So let's compare mental capacity like a battery. You're going to drain it. You're going to use it and go slowly drop the level one by one and until it got to zero, and then you're gonna replenish, you're gonna recharge it, like how you're gonna recharge your phone after you use it all. It slowly builds up and all the way to 100 and boom, you get to use it over again for the next day. Same thing. How you're gonna recharge it is the problem. You're gonna recharge it by sleeping, rest, not watching your phone, not laying down on your bed and watching those comedy dramas. Not none of that. It's actually going to have a good night's rest. It's what gonna replenish you. And this is what no other YouTuber gonna tell you about. They always tell you that yes, it's like a battery. Capacity is like a battery. The more you use it, the less it had at the tank. But they don't tell you that you can actually replenish, you can actually expand the capacity. The more you use it, the more you get drained, but you can expand it more and more, so you can fill in more mental capacity. So that's why now the majority of people nowadays won't even use their mental capacity, don't even challenge themselves mentally. Something that requires their brain to actually start turning. They don't do it. So no wonder they're thinking that why they can't sleep. It's same situation with my mother, same with those people who have amnesia. Maybe, just maybe, there's some kind of they didn't do anything of mental activity that's challenging, so their mind won't rest, their mind won't feel tired. That's why sometimes they say that they can't think anything whatsoever. Sometimes when heading to bed they think too much, so that's why they can't sleep. They think about this, think about that. It takes 4 hours to sleep, they feel very suffer. Maybe it's because your brain is too active, you haven't done anything that requires your brain to think, to feel tired. Same with your physique in the gym. How are you going to actually destroy your muscle? Go hitting the gym, and after that, how are you going to replenish by sleeping? You're going to repair the muscles, and that's going to give you a good replenished energy for you to do for the next workout for the next day. The second part, which I want to talk about, is stress tolerance. Stress tolerance is going to determine whether or not you're going to be successful or not in the future. It's the main factor. If you're gonna list an order whether or not which is one is more important, stress tolerance is the most important one. Because once you're out of the society, then it's gonna test you your stress tolerance. How you're gonna handle pressure at tough situation. Are you gonna crumble like the majority of people, 99% of people, because they haven't experienced the real pressure at society. They experience it by examining, getting rejected by girls when they're gonna hit up on girls. It's just kind of small pressure they experience. once they actually go out, step out of the society, experience financial problem, lawsuit, friends betraying them, this kind of pressure from family, relationship, how to maintain relationship with their wife, their parents, that's gonna actually test them. Are they actually a man? I very love a quote by Andrew Tate. I don't understand why quote is so perfect nowadays. He said that rough diamonds are forged under pressure. Under a millions of rock and dirt, there are only one diamonds that will be forged under pressure. You have to be that one. You cannot be the 99% of people. If you're serious in self-improvement, I believe that there's no way you letting yourself having low standard, having low expectation of yourself. You expect more from yourself. That's why you can't stand other success while you being in the rut, being at the bottom of the pit, watching people success. That's why I started self-improvement. Let me tell you this, the main reason why I started self-improvement, the whole idea of self-improvement is because I want to be better than others. I have a huge ego. I have a huge ego, so much that even my friends are telling me that, and even I telling people that I have a huge ego and actually accept it as a reality. Maybe you can say that you wanted me to rate Ryan Holiday, ego is your enemy. But the truth is, me having a huge ego actually helps me a lot in making progress. It's because I don't want to lose to others. That's why I hit another rep on push-up. Hitting a one more set on my bicep curls or my incline bench press. That's what gonna actually drive you towards your self-improvement. You don't want to lose to others, man. You can't see your competition getting better while you just stepping on the same level. Mental capacity coupled out with stress tolerance. You must master these skills before you're out of society. Or maybe you can learn it along the way. But trust me, if you learn along the way, you're gonna suffer a lot, which is a good thing. Right now, I'm speaking to you. Maybe you're a teenager, 18, all the way to 24. You haven't actually experienced those kind of big situation, big, tough, stressful situation. And let me tell you this, the only way for you to actually gain these two kind of skills, the only way is for you to experience firsthand. I can sit here and tell you all my experience, what I have overcome, what I learned, even though I'm just 17 years old. I don't learn as much as Hamza, as much as First Man. But I talk to at my perspective from the East, from the Asian culture, from another viewpoint, because you saw all of those YouTubers from the Western, from the UK, from the America. They're talking about the experience having at the first world country. I'm talking as at the second country. Second world country. I have some struggles financially, education. In terms of education, it's very tough for me. I'm trying to figure this out. As a man, I can't quit. I can't allow myself to quit. I want to be better in all aspects. Improving my mental, spiritually, financially, relationship wise. You got to experience firsthand. I tell you there's no use. I tell you everything that I've learned. When you experience it yourself, then you're gonna learn what's valuable lesson in it. It's just like the analogy of you reading book. If you don't apply any knowledge you learn into your life, you won't get any real result, any real benefit whatsoever. You read, you listen my story, just like success masturbation. So instead, create your own story, telling your experience to others. That's why I'm telling you mine from YouTube, through YouTube, to you, to hope that you don't make the same mistake as I was. Man learn from the mistakes of himself, wise man learn from the mistakes of others. And you gain that kind of wisdom, plus you experience it yourself. You experience those trials and tribulation. That's what gonna couple up and let you become the best man as possible. The best way for you to do it, now back to the main point, the best way for you to do it is to actually adapt it. Go out there and experience firsthand. And for you to have stress tolerance, to develop stress tolerance, you have to face those trials tribulation with calm and collected attitude. Yes, I know how hard is it as a beginner to when you're facing those kind of problem, your leg will shudders, your leg will be shaking, you want to piss yourself, you want to run, your legs will be soft like a jelly, you'll just stand there freeze. I have those kind of memory when I started my first competition, volleyball. We call it like the small group of areas in Kuala Lumpur we have competition with. And when I'm on the court, I was shaking my legs, bro. I just kept on thinking, don't make mistakes, don't make mistakes. I just keep on opening the ball and hope I can successfully serve over it. I'm giving myself so low standard back then. Thinking back, I was just so cringe, bro. I wish I was better at that point to help my team to get victory. But it's actually a good thing. I'm grateful for the experience, and that's what's gonna motivate me to actually work hard. Because tomorrow I actually have training. I'm gonna work my ass off. You best believe I'm gonna put my 100% my best effort on actually be better. You as well. You listening this story from me. There's no help for you whatsoever. It's time for you to actually go out there and experience tough situation. I mean like tough. So tough that you feel like suffocated. And then you're gonna test yourself whether or not you're gonna pass through it, whether or not you're gonna get through it. And always remember, if you can't stand it, if you can't handle the pressure, always think that if you collapse, if you crumble, who's the one gonna protect your family? Who's the one who's gonna save them when they're suffer? There's no one. Only you can do it. So you better be the best version of yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. Those four pillars. That's what's gonna give you the best experience of life as possible as a man. And I'm sure that now in the comment, people are telling me that I'm too young. I know when I started this YouTube channel, people are telling me I'm too young, 17 years old. Living in Asia, you better just study and work at study at college and then go work a job. Stop thinking about doing this YouTube channel. I'm telling you this story not for you to having relatability from me. It's just that I want to share with you because I know there's a lot of people have suffered the same experience as mine. The stress from education, the stress from family. That's why I wanted a bunch of young men similar to my age to start develop mental strength and stress tolerance at a young age. I haven't been there yet. I haven't gone to the top level. I'm slowly climbing up. I'm received stress tolerance by seeing those hate comment, people telling me how to be better, giving me advices, give me encouragement. All those things I accept. I never run from it. I watch those comments, I read those comments multiple times a day just to tell myself that I need to work better, I need to work harder than I was before yesterday. So just remember, mental strength, mental capacity, you need to expand it, and stress tolerance, experience, go out there, experience firsthand, be suffocated. You need to go through, you need to lean over your edge, go out of your comfort zone and experience discomfort. Clear to watch the video if you're interested. Always remember when pursuing it goes to what time. It's not passing minutes.